how are you? I hope that you are well this day and the day has treated you well. My name is Cassidy and this is my kitchen. Welcome. I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into what Azure Standard is and how our family uses it. We are a family of 8 with baby on the way. And so I prefer to do bulk, whether it's Costco or Azure Standard or any of those other options. It just works better for us. We have been using Azure Standard for probably a year and a half or so now. Before we were in San Diego, we lived in a fifth wheel, so it wasn't super ideal to buy in huge bulk, but there were still things that I really did like because they are an organic and bulk company. I was able to get a lot of dry goods that are organic, and where we were living, it was just a better option for us. The way it works is once a month you go to a drop site where a coordinator will be organizing the drop, and we'll have a list of who you are and how much you have or what you're getting to kind of help you, direct you. If you have any questions, their information is linked if you go on to azurestandard.com and you look up coordinate drop off or look for a drop off location. You can go ahead and put your zip code or your address, I'm pretty sure it's zip code, in there, and it'll show you like the closest options for you to do a pickup, and they'll have the information of the person who coordinates the stop for you. And that is an awesome way for them, for Azure Standard, to keep their shipping costs down. It's one stop for a bunch of people, and I think it's awesome and a great way to meet people in your community that are like that. Okay, so let's start it out first. I got is this 25 pounds? I feel like it's 25 pounds. Where is it? I'm sorry. Yes, 25 pounds of organic white wasabi rice. I actually do have brown rice, and my family is just not a fan. And so I am here to serve meals that they will eat. And so I have chosen to get some white rice, even though it's not as healthy, at least it's organic. And then I also got some soft white wheat berries. This is also a 25-pound bag. I have some 5-gallon buckets that I have down in the basement with the gamma lids to keep this in. And then I'll have like small glass, like 1-gallon containers upstairs with me to use. I do grind my own grains. Not to say that I always do it, because I do have some like all-purpose flour on hand and some bread flour and things like that, especially during the transition of moving from Southern California up to Idaho. It's just been easier for that, but I really do want to get back into grinding my own grains. I prefer it, actually. I have some muffins that I'll show you some things I have in here for that I love, and they're like my favorite things, and they're super good for you also. So I'm gonna get back into that, but also I wanted to try some other things that I hadn't tried before with grinding my own grains, and that's why I got the soft white wheat berries. I also got hard red wheat berries, and those are usually for more denser things, bread, whatever. Soft white wheat is more for like cookies, cakes, things like that, and I haven't really tried that yet. So I got these. I usually use ancient grains, like einkorn, spelt, things of that nature. They're higher in nutrients and easier for you to digest. And then up front I have my tomato products. I prefer to buy tomato products, like acidic based foods, in glass jars, so that way it doesn't break down the aluminum in the cans. Even if they do have the BPA, I'd prefer to have glass. It's safer, and I can reuse the jars. So this is a case of 6 organic diced tomatoes. I use this for my chicken chili soup that my family loves. Also, sometimes I'll make some homemade pasta sauces. And then I also got a 12-pack of tomato paste for like Mexican rice and things like that. And these are both organic. I got like I think it was like a 3-pack last time, or a 6-pack, and I really liked it. It had good flavor, and so I got a 6-pack a 12-pack this time. And then we got the box, so I had to. It was like all fun and pretty, and everybody loves an unboxing, but like I said, I did this and then realized it didn't even record. So I tried to put it back, but okay. So as customary, they do include on top of your order the next month's catalog. In here you'll find different things that are on sale, what is available. Sometimes they'll have just oh yeah, they do have books. They have a large amount of things. I was surprised, like I could buy seeds from them. They have like chicken feed, like it's not just food is what I'm saying. There's like gardening things and livestock, a lot for like a homestead. Like it's great. I have last year I did buy, or not last year, the year before, sorry, when I started my 2019-2020 garden, because everyone was starting one then. I did use some of their seeds and also some of their live plants, and they did fantastic. I loved them. But I was trying to show you, like, oh yeah, and they have spices. This is where I get my bulk spices for the most part, unless I go to Winco, because I really like them and they're all organic. I can't find it, but usually they'll have like a highlight section showing you like some of their star performing products. Okay, so first things first, my elderberries. This was actually supposed to be in my order last month, and this is something that I wanted to explain to you about Azure. They don't always have everything in stock, and so once they're running low, like I like to order relatively in the beginning of the month, and it's kind of like I have an open cart for the most of the month until I have like, I'm completely content with what I have in my cart. But I had this in there and they were low, and I just figured I'll risk it because I really prefer their elderberries over other companies. And they were out of stock before I got it, and the way you would find out if you're not going to get it is when they send you your order. So you'll place your order, you'll get a confirmation email, and then after that you'll get another email saying that your item's shipped, and then it'll say like incomplete, your shipment was shipped incomplete, and then it'll show in your email like what is being sent, how many packages you have or boxes you have, and then what's not in the order. This wasn't in my last order, but it was this time, and I can always put these in a storage container and they'll be good for a long time. But since moving to Idaho, we've had quite a bit of sickness. One, it's the weather. Two, you're getting acclimated to a new environment, and so I've actually been using quite a bit of elderberry syrup, and plus with a family of 8 taking it, you go through it pretty quickly, so I'm happy to have these. Then we have here the Arrowroot Powder. So like I said, I do grind my own grains. I specifically like to use ancient grains like einkorn and spelt, and so they don't have high gluten amounts or even no gluten in those ancient grains, and so you need something to bind them like when you make bread or certain things. And so I got the Arrowroot Powder because of a book I love, and I'll link that book below about ancient grains and just like grinding your own grains and specifically why you would use the Arrowroot Powder. I really love that book. And then we have dried sweet cherries. And so speaking of einkorn, there's this muffin recipe that I have, and I'll have to share that. If I can, I'll put it in the description just because I'm talking about it, and it's so good. If you like einkorn, if you use einkorn, definitely try this recipe. It's cherries and dark chocolate chips with the einkorn, and it's super simple. It's like einkorn, I think there's egg, honey, applesauce, and maybe some like baking soda or something like that. Super simple. And then the cherries and chocolate chips. And they bake so quickly, so I can make a good amount of them, put them in a Ziploc or Tupperware, and the kids kind of just pick at it, I kind of pick at it, and they're super delicious. So then I have baking soda. I prefer their baking soda because sometimes there can be fillers in items and you don't even know it. And I was doing my research and it's weird. Baking powder is another one where there could be aluminum and things in that, and so I like to get a more organic, pure form of it because I don't really want aluminum in there. And then we have almond extract. There is a almond pound cake that I really want to try with like some fresh strawberries and whipped cream. It sounds delicious to me, but I don't have almond extract and I would prefer organic, and I don't know if I'll use it enough to make my own. Like I make my own vanilla extract because I use it a lot in different recipes, but I don't know, ooh, sorry. I don't know if I'll use enough almond to do it. So I'm going to try this out, see how many recipes I can use it with, and if I use enough, then I'll make my own. Cream of tartar. There's a few recipes. I forget really why I needed it, but I was going through a cookbook and realized I needed it, so I got it. And it was like relatively cheap, so it's never bad to have it on hand. I have blackstrap, blackstrap molasses. Again, I could get a good selection of molasses at the store, but it's usually pretty pricey to get like an organic good one. And I actually learned from Acre Homestead with Becky. I'll have to look it up for sure. I feel like I'm gonna get it wrong, but her name is Becky, I know that much. But she actually shows you how to make your own brown sugar using molasses and just your sugar, and I love it. It's so fresh, it's so great. It doesn't get clumpy and gross like the store-bought kind. And you can control too how much molasses you put in. Like if you want a darker brown sugar, you can put a little bit more. If you like a light brown sugar, you can put a little bit less. But I buy my sugar, sometimes I'll buy it from Azure, but there was a sale on it at Costco last time, and it's an organic sugar, so I like to use that one, and then I make my own brown sugar, and it's genius. Okay, and then I have the organic, is it organic? No, I think it's just gourmet. Kosher, yeah, it's not. But I have the Celtic Sea Salt. I really do like their sea salt. And because I'm going to be doing some sourdough, I needed kosher salt because I've heard from some sourdough gurus that kosher salt is actually better to use than like your regular table salts. So I'm going to try that. And then I got, speaking of sour cream, I got some heavy whipping cream, which I will use, and I wanted organic specifically, so that way I can have organic sour cream, because I have the Greek yogurt, or I think it's Greek yogurt that I use, is actually organic too, so I wanted to have organic sour cream, and it was cheaper to buy the 3-pack with Azure than it was to just get like a half a, what is it, no, it's a pint? No, this is a pint, right? Yeah, this is a pint, so it's half a gallon or whatever it is. No, 2 pints. A quart, there we go. Got it, guys. It's cheaper to get the 3 of these than it is to get a quart of organic whipping cream at the store. And then I tried this last time, the Salsa Verde sauce, and it is so good. And you guys, I used to live in San Diego, and their Mexican food was on point, and their salsas were so good. And this is a good close. It tastes so good. It's so yummy. And so I got that. Again, that's a repeat. They do have like a case of it, but I don't think I'll be able to, I don't know. But it's a medium. It's not mild. It's medium. So it reminds me so much of the sauces out in San Diego. And I loved it. And then I did get some dark rye flour. It's kind of leaking out a little bit. And again, the dark rye flour, I have heard, and I've done some research. I got a book from the library that I really enjoyed learning a lot about, because it's about percentages and weight. And it gets way too scientific about sourdough. But if you're like me, I've kind of struggled to keep my sourdough starter alive and just like performing well. And if I did, it wasn't like great sourdough bread. I really like a good sour taste to my sourdough bread. Like I want it to taste like the store's taste, or just somebody who's experienced with sourdough has like a good established starter. So I got this and the salt in hopes that they will take my sourdough starter to the next level, and I will be on my sourdough bread game. Top notch. Like I want A+ in it. So that is my order. I did also have in there this time that didn't ship. I had a, what was it? Bread flour. What was it? Was it a 5-pound bag? I think it was more. I think it was a 25-pound bag, because I was committing this time because of, my sourdough bread journey, I was really committing. So I ordered a 25-pound bag of organic bread flour. They did not have that. I think it was like 100% whole grain bread flour, organic, and they ran out of that. I was out of stock. And then I also ordered a 5-pound bag of navy beans, like the little white navy beans, because I use that for the chicken chili that I was talking about, and I make baked beans and different things with it. And that is probably like the one bean I use the most of. And so I usually do order it once a month, every other month or so. And I didn't order it last month, so I really needed it this month. So I guess I'm going to Winco because I have like maybe half a serving, maybe a serving of it for our family. So I'll have to go to Winco for that. No big deal. I love Winco's section. They do have a good amount of organic products there, and I know that if you do with Winco, I don't know if you have any experience with Winco, but if you have one next to you or close to you, and you don't want to wait or you need it sooner, they will also order things for you, like bulk, like if you want to buy a 50-pound bag of oatmeal or rice or flour, any of those things that come in those big bags that they normally would use, they actually will specifically order it for you, and you just pick it up there, and you get the bulk price on it, so it's cheaper for you also. And so that's another way you guys can get bulk items. And I won't do that much bread flour, mostly because I prefer Azure's, and I'm sure they have organic there, but I can wait. I have some on hand that I got from Costco before we had left San Diego, so I'm good on bread flour. I didn't need it. I just wanted to have like good quality fresh bread flour to help my sourdough journey. I'm just trying to do everything that I can to help me with that sourdough. So this is my Azure order. This is what a typical, I would say, order looks like. Usually I do also have a 5-pound block of raw cheddar cheese, and that is probably, I mean, I still have a good probably like half of one. We haven't been using a lot of cheese in our recipes lately, but usually I do go through one a month. And then I also get a 5-pound block of mozzarella cheese. I love it. It's so fresh and good, but I still have like half a block left from the last order. So usually I do have some cheese blocks here, but this is for the most part is what my orders will look like. And this is what I get to feed a family of 8. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it shared any information, or you were just inspired to buy some bulk food. If you are interested in my elderberry syrup, I will be making a video soon, and I'll come back and link it down here. And I will find that recipe for those einkorn cherry and dark chocolate muffins, because they're delicious. And then if I can, I'll figure out the sour cream video. But I hope this was helpful. I'm so glad that you guys were here and watched this video. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, if bulk shopping or large families or anything to do within your kitchen is interesting to you, homemaking in general, then please hit that subscribe button and then ding that little bell so that you're notified anytime we make a video. And I'm going to try to get that on a regular basis. So just in case I don't, hit that bell so that you know and you can come see and visit us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening if you're like me and you like to watch those videos at night when the kids go to bed. And I will see you next time.